and just take a feel of what I'm going through, because I have already gone through so much. I'm going through a divorce right now. I am a 35-year-old male, and I have been with, I won't say her name, but I have been with my wife for 11 years, going on 12, and it is right now going to be December 20th, Sunday, December 20th, 2020, and what a year it's been. COVID came out March 2020, and it's December 2020, and it has been a rough one. Me and my wife have been separated since last September 2019. September 12th is when I decided, or not I rather, but I got referred from my lawyer to go ahead and do a protective order against my wife. She said that it would give me the upper hand, I guess you could say. That way it could be easy road, she said. That way it's not so difficult, because she does say males in divorces with kids, children, they go through a rough time, and this is the only way to settle that, she said. Especially in the county where I'm at. It's run by all women, and all women only, and they have the power. And it's a small town, and my wife is a bar manager / she is pretty much the only bartender in the bar, and that's almost every day except for Wednesdays and Sundays, which is run by one of her good employees, very good work ethic, never late, and always there every Wednesday, every Sunday. And I will keep her name off as well as the bowling alley. I'm sorry, this bar has a bowling alley in it, and this town is very small. And this town is where me and my wife met, and she did have 2 children when I did meet her. So they are now my children, but not legally. They still are my stepchildren, and I have no legal rights to them. But I met little Lauren. I'll say their names. Little Lauren, I met her when she just turned 3 years old, and she was a cutie, and she's the one who sealed the deal for me to put down my young life and start with being a mature, responsible man. And so that's what I did. And also her brother Jason. Jason was a spunky one, and I knew he would grow up to be a very, very beastly man, and very smart. He's very smart, because he likes to talk a lot, and he likes to do things on his own, and he's independent, and I met him when he turned 7, and let me tell you, he's going to be one hell of a man when he grows up. But anyways, I fell in love with this family, and I told the mother. We went on one date, and after that date, I did, go to their house a few times after that date, and it was within about 2 weeks, I believe. I remember one thing definitely about hanging out before we made a commitment to each other. I remember we were on her bed. The kids were around, she was around, and I'm on her bed, and I'm brand new here, and I'm just chilling, and we're about to watch a movie while she gets the kids settled down. And I remember I'm the first one in that house with an app called Angry Birds, and I was playing Angry Birds on the cell phone. And the new cell phones just came out Well, did just come out because we did meet in the beginning. We did meet in 2012, and I believe these cell phones came out a little earlier than that, of course, but they didn't become very popular until about 2011, 2012. So I was blessed enough to have one on me, and I was playing Angry Birds, and the little girl was getting a kick out of it. She was like, "Oh my gosh, that looks so cool!" And my little boy, he was getting a kick out of it too. And so I was like, "Yeah, this is Angry Birds, and this is a touch screen phone, or an Android phone. It's a smartphone," I said, "and it can do all kinds of cool stuff." And so I let them play Angry Birds, and I remember, conversations where, we're going to be going out to family dinner this Sunday after church. Would you like to go? And she said, yeah. And but we never been out to, and then the kids are saying that they've never been out eating ever. Not even the 7-year-old. Meals at home, always meals at home. I guess that's more inexpensive. So meals at home is the way it was the way for them, and which is great, obviously. Don't get me wrong. But I was raised as an only child, and I think I was a little bit more spoiled in that range of always eating out. So every Sunday we had a tradition. We'd go to church and we'd go to Sadie's, a very good Mexican restaurant here in town. And Sadie's was our number one spot every Sunday after church. So, we made plans. And anyways, fast forward a couple of days, I'm there at the house again, and I have this nasty spider bite on my leg, and I'll never forget. My wife, she took care of it. She drained it and she patched it up, and I'm there hurting like a little punk, and screaming and all this. They're throwing alcohol on it, and the little girl's helping her and watching her, and the little boy's helping her, watching her, and getting stuff for her. And it's just a kick, I tell you what. So I made a decision right there and then that I was gonna have this family for my own. So I took over conversation with my wife and my girlfriend at the time, but I took over the conversation, sent the kids to their room, and or they were on the bed or something, and I wanted to have a serious conversation with her, and I said, you know what, I'm 28 years old and you're 26 years old, and I see you already have a pretty good start in life with these 2 children, and so I said, what if possibly I told you, I know we've only been on one date, but what if possibly I told you that I would like to join this family and take a little bit off the burden off of you and help you with these children, and you did say you had a crush on me ever since high school, so and we are almost to the age of 30, and I've always wanted to own a house and have kids and be married at the age of 30, and I'm 20. I just turned 28 years old, and I gotta say, I like your family and I like you, and I see you're a responsible woman, and that's what I need in my life right now. I told her so. I said, how about we just cut the whole dating process and save ourselves a year and a half and move in with each other right now and get going on this family. And she said, yeah, she would like that. So we did it. First things first is I got a good job with my dad, and and that helped with a lot of the burden of the bills there, because having a home in this town, this small town, is a small town, but it's a good town to live in, and it's growing fast, and Intel is here, and if you're not in it in the beginning, then you're going to be not able to be in it in the future, because it's going to be very expensive to live here. So we got in at a good time. 2012 August is when we met, and I'll never forget it. It was a great beginning. Fast forward to after these holidays. The holidays were good. Her and her parents, my wife and her parents, had a little rough patch. I'm still not too sure why, but it's none of my business. That's the past, and the past is the past, and that's exactly what I told her mom and dad, is I'm here to win it. I'm here to be in this family, and I need them to be to cut whatever drama is going on and just start over with me in the picture, because I guess it had something to do with her ex-boyfriend, Lauren's dad. Anyways, so I talked to her mom, and her mom, she liked to dabble in the THC flower, and she's cute. She always asks me, hey, you think you could get me some? And yeah, I could get you some. And I remember in the beginning I'd get her some, and no charge. I'm dating your daughter, and and you trust me with your grandchildren, and you trust me in your home, and you're being a good hostess, and no charge, of course. So I go buy it, and I give it to her. Anyways, that was a good start of the 2012. 2012 was a great start, especially meeting my wife in August, and my birthday being in September, and the holidays coming up, October, November, December, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. It was a hell of a year, I say. A scary one at that, because I didn't come in to this life, I was raised in neighborhoods that were not as richy as a little small town. It was more of a ghetto fashion, I guess, and a rough fashion, and there's a lot of gangsters, and I didn't get a good start, I guess you could say. Even I remember my high school, freshman high school, in this area here, there was gangsters on one side of the school and on lunchtime, and there's gangsters on the other side, and there's a in between middle patch of trees and bushes, and 2 lanes, and I remember almost getting beat up every day because I was a big boy. I was a big freshman. Even the football coach wanted me to be in it right away and go for a varsity, and I didn't know what it meant at that time, but I guess it meant something grand, because he really wanted me. I guess I was a big guy. And these gangsters, they wanted me because I was a big guy, and when I would refuse, they would get mad, and I'm just a kid just trying to get by, So it was a rough patch for me, so I don't know what to say about that. So anyways, high school wasn't very fun for me. Anyways, after freshman year, I moved to this small town, a great small town next to it, where Intel lies, and I go to this new high school, and it's a Richie high school. It's a great one. It's not too Richie, but it's a great one. There's you know, you have to wear a certain type of style and clothing, and wear collared t-shirts and khakis and all this and that, and it was just, it was a good school. Well, anyways, it was a good school, had good school students who were bullies towards people who looked like me. And sorry, I have my COVID mask on. I hope you guys can hear all that. So, you know, I had a bully there, and